Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be talking about one of my favorite accessories. To begin with, I also don't understand why the designers of BYD didn't specifically design this particular add-on to the car, because I feel that it's really important for this particular accessory, and the accessory that I'm actually talking about is this. In case you don't actually know where this fits, it actually fits on the radiator grille right at the bottom of the car, right? So why is this particular accessory important in my opinion? It's because it actually stops a lot of the debris like rocks and little stones, leaves and all kinds of nonsense that goes through that radiator. And as you know, the radiator vents are actually very, very low on the car. I'll share with you my experiences with my other car, which actually have a very similar design, and every now and then I've got to clean out a whole bunch of dried leaves that get stuck. And some of the challenges you'll find with dried leaves and rock chips stuck in your radiator, obviously it destroys your radiator, and over time the dampness of the dried leaves kind of corrodes some of the radiator parts, and you might end up having a leaky radiator, etc, etc. So you might be wondering, given that the BYD is an EV, why does it actually even have a radiator? So yes, you know, radiators are meant to cool things down, and as part of the EV, there's also a lot of things that needs to cool down. If you don't believe me, when you stop your car after a decently long drive, you realize the fans continue to spin for quite a bit on your BYDs. So yeah, and that's the radiator actually working. So let's look at this particular part that I bought. I actually contemplated for a while because it's actually not necessarily a very cheap piece of accessory, but after driving it for a while and just monitoring the situation, I realized that yeah, I'll just bite the bullet and buy it. It's probably one of the best accessories I've bought for the car. Let's have a more closer up look of the accessory. It comes in a couple of different colors. So obviously it comes with matte black, which I actually have at the moment. It also comes in carbon fiber as well as gloss finish. So yeah, depending on your choice. So yeah, it's decently well made of plastic, understandably. I'm not too sure if you can hear it. So the back is this really, really fine mesh. Which should stop most things and still allow a good amount of airflow. So it's tacked down, not too sure whether I can just get zoom in. So this little glue bits, it seems to be, just touching it, it's not really glue. It seems like they have, melted the plastic bits to it, so it's kind of melded onto the plastic. It should hold pretty decently. I mean, there's very low chance of this getting sucked into the vents anyway. So a bit of sticky tape there, and obviously clips to put it in place. Okay. I will show you guys the installation process and how it looks like once I fitted it on. But yeah, this is how it kind of looks like. But before that, I'm going to fish out whatever debris or trash that's dried leaves that are inside the vents, and I'll show you how to do it. I've got this handy rubbish picker device that should help me out. Last I checked, there isn't a whole lot of dried leaves in there. If I can't find any, I'll show you on my other car, which has a whole bunch of dry leaves, and how it potentially would look like if you didn't maintain it. So yeah, let's get to the car. So here we are, the vent of the car. Not too sure if you can see, there's actually one leaf in there. I'll try to see if I can reach it. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. So you know what, I'm just gonna give that a miss. Okay, I wasn't very successful because it's quite deep in there, and my hand can't really reach in there as well. As you can see, what's very interesting about the car, you gotta be very careful. It actually has this louvers here. I'm not too sure you can see it. This louvers actually is very different from traditional cars where it's directly into the radiator. These louvers actually close up every now and then. I'll try to see if I can get a video. I've no idea how it actually works, in the sense that when does it actually close and when does it not close. So be very, very careful. I've noticed that Typically when you hear the fans running, this goes up much like how a fan louver would be. It opens and closes and opens and closes. So please try not to stick anything in there while the fan is running. So now the car obviously isn't. So should be good. I'll give you another viewpoint on my other car, how a bunch of leaves being stuck there can be a pain in the butt. So here's my other car. I'm not too sure you can see it. Look at that, a whole bunch of leaves there, right? So yeah, and over time it just gets rusty and just damages your radiator, and hopefully, you know, you can get a blower to blow stuff out, but trust me, it's very, very difficult, so best to kind of protect it when you can. So let's try to install this. I reckon installation should be relatively straightforward. Just trying to clean up any debris that might be there. I'll just peel this off. All right, so here we go. Just align this. Hopefully it just snaps in, I hope. Cool. Looks very nice and snug. No dramas there. Let's go on to the other side. All right, here we go. Just align the tip here to the edge. Okay, try to squeeze it through. Wow, very nice. So it fits very well, very, very snug. Just need to align it a little bit, just push it. But yeah, looks like a OEM piece. I think this would definitely help with the leaves and stone chips. So here's a frontal view of how it looks once it's all done. So hopefully that's been useful. Personally, I still don't get it why car manufacturers don't put that as a default. But then again, just glad there's accessories for it in the open market today. That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.